With the new guidelines, students in grades 1 to 12 are required to wear masks indoors and on school vehicles. For kindergartners, it's encouraged but not required. The plan didn't include any information on vaccine guidelines, and Dr. Kieran Moore says it hasn't been included in any immunization policy yet.
So we're tracking at a population level the proportion of high school students in particular that are getting vaccinated. If there's ever an outbreak that needs investigation, that's where we'll try to ascertain the status of the individual students or those that have been exposed to understand their risk in that setting. And it has not been included in any immunization policy to date.
According to the reopening plan, students from kindergarten to grade 8 will attend school 5 days a week in one cohort. Secondary students will also attend in-person learning for the full day with only 2 courses at a time during the fall semester. Remote learning is still available as an option for students and parents, and school boards are told to prepare to switch to remote learning at any point during the school year. But Moore says he doesn't see that happening.
I really don't see our schools closing going into the fall and winter and spring. And that will take a multifaceted approach of masking, hand hygiene, distancing, screening on a daily basis, testing and case and contact management, and improvements in ventilation.
School boards are expected to inspect ventilation systems before the school year starts and use the highest grade filter possible. Checks throughout the school year are also required. Common spaces like cafeterias and libraries can be used with limited capacity. High school buses will operate at full capacity and reduced capacity for elementary students. Students can mix between cohorts outside, but inside social distancing is required. Food programs, assemblies, co-op, and music programs can resume with specific guidelines for singing and wind instruments.
That would include flutes and clarinets and trombones and trumpets. We're asking for physical distancing in a well-ventilated area.
Bands without wind instruments, clubs, activities, sports teams, and extracurriculars can also resume. Gyms, swimming pools, change rooms, weight rooms, indoor physical education equipment, and shared outdoor equipment can all be used with social distancing. And Moore says students will be tested when they show symptoms. The province is also looking at different methods of testing.
We're looking at the swish and spit type of test where we can do the PCR test on the saliva. We're also looking at a testing mechanism where you can just do the front of the nose or the inside of the cheek or the back of the throat.
Students graduating at the end of the school year will have their literacy requirement waived, and their community hours will be reduced to 20 hours from 40. Education Minister Stephen Lecce is expected to make an additional announcement about ventilation tomorrow.